Hello, I'm Kevin DeSmet, and I'm a student at Learning Alias. I want to talk to you today about a situation that I've had in a model that I was working on that I just cannot explain. So let me tell you what's going on. So I have three surfaces at the bottom and one surface at the top, and these need to blend into each other. If I toggle off the model, put my tolerances way down so I know that it will not be mesh dependent, you can see that I've got a crease running all along where the boundary is between all of the patches. And it's very odd the way this crease runs. It isn't even tangent continuous. I mean, it's not like there's a kink in the highlight. You can see a distinct edge. If I put on the zebra stripes, it's extremely evident what's going on. And very funnily enough, if I zoom in, like all the way over here, you can almost imagine the zebra plot almost becoming smooth in a sense. I don't know if that's just a shading thing or not, but it's interesting, and it will be interesting in a moment. If I look at it with a color diagnostic, it's extremely evident that this is not even remotely continuous. Let me put it on something like that. And I mean, you can see the boundary between all the pieces. I mean, it's way too evident. With a curvature plot like this, basically everything should be a smooth graduation, no sudden changes from one color to the next. And here you're having a very sudden graduation from a fairly deep orange, which is pretty high up on the scale, to a blue and almost magenta violet here at the left hand, which is very low on the scale. So they are like polar opposites of each other. Very odd, very odd. If I do the iso angle thing, you will notice that it's exactly the same situation. And let's just put on visual curves, and let's toggle the model off. And of course the idea with this is that you don't see where the boundaries are, and well, of course you can see where the boundaries are. Funny thing, if you zoom in really close, they don't even seem to connect. So indeed it would kind of hint at it not even being tangent. So the highlight really close up, it doesn't even connect, let alone there's a little kink or a little wobble. No, they don't even connect. So let me go back into the tool and turn off visual curves. I'm going to be stuck with that forever. And lastly, I want to cut some dynamic sections on here. So I select the whole model, and I know it's along, the y-axis. It's not really normal to the surface set, but it will do for our purposes, I think. And let me tone this down just a little bit to improve the legibility. And you can see, if I move across here, it looks like a tangent continuous set of surfaces. I mean, this quill and this quill seem to be in a line, so that would indicate tangency. But it's not like they touch, which would indicate curvature, and let alone they touch smoothly, which would be G3 accelerational continuity, which would probably be pretty desirable on this set of surfaces. Why am I telling you this? Well, I'm telling you this. Well, of course you're going, Kevin, just, make it curvature. It's not curvature. Alright? Well, let me see if it's not curvature. I'm going to be quiet for a little moment. Dum dum dum. It is curvature. I don't understand. Wait, let me just redo that really quickly and turn on the comb and the edge labels. The edge labels here will be really what I'm after, because the comb will show nothing because it's supposedly curvature. You can see all these little dots. Let me turn off the shading. All these little red dots, they're very tiny. they are the sample points, and I know if the locator has only like 2 sample points, then the beginning and the end are perfect, and then it thinks, you know, it might be curvature. This is not what's going on. It has plenty of sampling points, so it's not like it's getting a bad reading off of that. If I go into the information window, you can see I'm asking for 50, and these are my tolerances, and this is the maximum tolerance everywhere, and it's a weird one. I don't understand why this is curvature. So, if anyone has any ideas, please go to learningalias.com and pitch in. And just to finish off, I don't mean to be rude. Of course, the next step would be, okay, I'd pick the align tool and I'd ask for some continuity, and you know, we'll see whatever we get. So let's ask for position first. So if we ask for position, it's great. If we ask for tangency, it's great. Notice the CVs did not move. Let me turn off the shading. You know, the CVs did not move a single bit before and after the align. You can see that pretty clearly because they still kind of line up. So that tells me that they're pretty much exactly where they were. At the ends and the flow, kind of from one boundary to the next, still seems exactly the way I would have desired it. However, if we ask for curvature continuity, it's a very different configuration. Look how much difference there is. Though the general flow of the CVs from one boundary to the next is pretty much maintained, the actual distance, like in the normal direction, is completely different. And of course, the kicker of the bunch is it gives us good highlights. So we can see, yeah, this is a good highlight. You could analyze it and maybe you'd find a slight little wobble here and a little dip there, and then you work that out. But generally speaking, this highlight is, you know, really good. And you can still clearly see the crease on the other side. And if I turn the model on and I ask for curvature continuity, this has curvature continuity, but this also has curvature continuity. So that's just really weird. I think the zebras show this really, really well. You can see just what is going on here. I don't understand. So if anyone has any ideas, any suggestions, please join in on the conversation. This is bound to be a very hot topic indeed. I've been Kevin Desmet. I'm a student at Learning Alias, and see you around.